Hello everyone, Daniel Kerr here. So in the last video, first off, this video is going to be very, very advanced, and it's going to show you some stuff. If you're not familiar with my videos, this is going to blow your mind. If you are familiar with my videos, you may have seen some of these techniques before, but I'm going to explain them in a little bit of a different way. Anyway, what's been happening, if you haven't been watching the last couple videos, is that I have an end of the year sale that's up, and I've offered all of my compendium of ESX material and every other packs of material for every other piece of hardware or software, all for a low price at ghostwrittenclips.com. You can go to the link in the description to see that. Anyway, what that did was me going through some of my project files. I have a couple hundred Korg ESX project files in there, and some of them are 12, 13 years old. And so it's gotten me curious, and I was digging through some of my old stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is cool, to hear it again. Most of the time, I don't revisit packs after I release them, so it was nice to hear that, this pack I have loaded right now is May 2015, which means that it's 7.5 years old, more than 7.5 years old, and I probably hadn't heard this stuff since, within a week or two after I released it. So that was nice to revisit it and figure it out, right? So what I did was, it's loaded up now. I noticed in the samples, there's some loops in here that I had put in here, 10 loops actually, and they're 8 bars, and they're all stretched. Here's what they sound like. Just stuff I made either with hardware or with software. And I had thrown out what I believe is 8-bar loops, and I had made 10 of them, and then in the patterns, they're kind of used in the stretch parts. Obviously, a lot of things going on, along with these loops, but basically I just, had included these loops. So I thought, well, I'm trying to hear some of these loops, and if I hit the stretch part, nothing happens, right? So I kind of figured out that what I had done, and this is one of my old techniques, okay, and this is an extremely powerful technique, and it's something that I myself came up with. And when I spoke to the Korg reps, they told me they had never intended on the machine being used this way, and that I had, they called me a legend, actually, haha. But anyway, so what I have is let's just say I got this stretch part here, and let's play the clip, and you can hear it, okay? And but if I stop the sequencer and I trigger it, nothing happens, okay? The reason why is because if you go into step edit and it says motion value, you go down, there are multiple parameters that are set to specific motion sequence values on the first bar, okay? And on the third bar, the first note in the third bar, first note in the fifth bar, first note in the seventh bar, okay? And what it does basically is I have it set to where the motion sequence causes all parameters to go back to normal, so that the loop will actually play from the spot that it's supposed to be playing from, and it will play normally. This allows me to mangle it all crazy, and then every 2 bars it'll drop back to normal, okay? So what that means is in the filter, I can turn the filter cutoff all the way down, but as soon as it hits one of those points, it'll snap back open. I can have it reversed, but if it's reversed, it will go back to normal. If the roll's on, that will get turned off. If modulation depth is turned on at all, it'll go back to 0. Resonance will go back down to 0. The level is probably set to 127. Pitch is set so I can pitch it super, super high, but as soon as it goes back to one of those spots, it will go back to 0. In fact, let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. I've got this loop soloed. Now watch, listen. Okay? Filter. It opens back up. Start time. Goes back to where it's supposed to be. See, goes back to normal. Pitch. Modulation. Goes back to normal. Filter again. Opens back up. Effect sends. Turns off. Okay? So I thought, wow, okay, I've already set up 10 of these patterns in a row with this stretch part. This template has already been built out for me. So I thought, well, I'm just going to go into the samples and I'm going to delete all 10 of those loops. And so I did that, and then I went to global and I hit shift card and I decided to save all, and I decided to save it all as December 2022 instead of May 2015. Okay. Then I took my card upstairs and I got into my Ableton and I rendered out 5 instead of 10, 5 8-bar loops with a lot of like compression and things to make them nice and loud and everything. Try to increase the sound quality of the Korg Electribe SX, which is mediocre at best. And then I dragged those 8 bars, 5 8-bar samples, into the December 2022 set using the Open Electribe sampler or editor, excuse me, and then I saved it, and now I have it in here. So right now I'm going to load that new pack that I made, and I'm going to I'm going to basically take the patterns that I already made and I'm going to replace those loops on the fly and just listen to some of the stuff with the new loops. Now, this pack here, once again, you buy the end of the year pack. I'm going to basically just keep sending these things out to people who bought these packs until at least maybe February 1st or something. Anytime I make a new pack or something for the ESX or the ES2 or the Octatrack or the Akai Force or anything else. So some people bought some Torize packs this week, which was kind of cool. In the end, basically, I'm just going to, even if you already purchased, I'm just going to keep sending these out. And if you want these packs that I'm making, just go get that pack. And it's well worth it. It's, 30-something gigabytes of material. A lot of these things, like let's say you don't have an Octatrack and you buy the pack anyway, it's fine because all of the WAV files are included, right? So I basically try to include WAV files for everything that I make now for the last few years. If some of the earlier ESX packs and things like that, the WAV files are not included because I wasn't in the practice of doing that back then, which was dumb. Okay, so this is loaded. Drinking rum drink tonight. And is that super good for me? No, but it's good for you because it gets the creative juices flowing. Okay, so here we are. Let's listen to this first pattern. Okay. Now this basically was the same pattern that was in May 2015, but now it doesn't have a loop in there. In fact, you know what? Because I just did this, I got to go into the samples and I got to find these loops. Oh, another thing, I did these loops in stereo. Okay, so let's listen to this loop. It's in F minor. Now D minor 2, listen. Stereo loops, I like it. D minor. Okay, and C minor. Uh-oh. Looks like I only made 4 of these. Oops. Well, anyway, okay. Here's the one in C minor. I'm just going to scroll down and find stretch. I'm going to turn it to 128 and ride it and go to the next one. 128. This is stretching them to 128 notes. Okay. Right. D minor 2. Right. D minor, F minor. Right. Okay, let's go back to these patterns. Listen. Okay, let's put FM in there. Let's listen. Okay, that's a very loud sample. Let's try another one. All right, that's pretty sweet. Let's go to, it looks like in the effects here I have compressor, then decimator, and then BPM delay. Let's go to the second one, which is has compressor, chorus, and flange, and BPM delay. And let's add maybe that first one. Ooh, it's pretty. All right, so you can see that that's a powerful technique, and it's also nice to be able to scroll through some of these. In fact, I'm already thinking of ways that I can use the scroll technique to scroll through the parts in real time, and maybe combine that with pattern set and pattern chain to try to do something insane. Okay, so yeah, I definitely am going to be, you can see my wasp is still on the table. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm using it a little more. Probably going to bring out the SH101, some other things. Just want to do a nice live set, and using the ESX, which I haven't done in a long time. Thinking about cracking open the Akai Force. You know what, let me show you one more modulation technique using the modulation section. Somebody requested some information about the modulation section, and so I'm going to go in depth on that a little bit in another video. But in this video, if you have it set to pitch, let me solo this. Let me change. Okay, hear that? If you have the modulation set to pitch, right, but instead of the sawtooth wave, which is the default, just scroll down to the single envelope, which is, it looks just like the envelope generator, it's just got a slope, right? Turn the speed up just past halfway, and what you can do is get like a record stop technique right before the end. I'll show you. Yeah, so I think that's kind of cool. Obviously, it's snapping back to normal because of my motion sequence technique. And anyway, yeah, I love you guys. This is a short video, so I'm done. But I think what I'm going to do is actually record a little bit of a performance and upload that. So yeah, enjoy.